Hey, happy Monday. I'm tired. It's been exhausting. It's only Monday. Um, as y'all know, if you've watched any of these before, um, we are house hunting. It's really hard. I could cry about it, to be honest. Um, we found a nice house with acreage to do what I want to do with horses and space for the dogs. And there were things that were checked off on everybody's list about the house. And we offered well over asking and didn't get it. So we are moving through that today. And it kind of brought me to what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. The biggest lie there is about anger management, and that your anger needs to be managed. that's that's the biggest lie. Uh, um, I understand what they mean by it, but I think it's misconstrued. I think that we hear about anger management, and the fact that we keep our anger out of the daylight is anger management, and we're winning. Wrong. So wrong. Get out of my bag, you nasty. Wait. You want to say hello? Well, come on. Come on. Get up here. It's been a while, Beetle Bops. Come on. Come on. There she is. There she is. Say hi. I'm cute. You're a good kisser. You're a great kisser. All right, now stay on my bag and go find some toys. Anyways, so I think that it's misconstrued in that we believe that by simply keeping our anger out of the light, by keeping people in the dark to how we truly feel, and by scaling our anger back to accommodate so that we don't feel ashamed of our behavior, so that we don't feel ashamed for feeling anger. That's I think what people think of when they think anger management. And really, when it comes down to it, that couldn't be farther from the truth. But what brought this on in me today was that I can feel anger. I can feel it. Not all the time, not all throughout my day, but I can feel it when things aren't going just right. When 3 different people all walk up to me and are talking to me at the same time, and they all have something that they want to get from me. And I'm already feeling tapped out. I'm already disappointed, exhausted, and hurt because I didn't get this house, and or fill in the blank. Something else happened this morning that made you feel that way, But yeah, this idea that we need to manage our anger is crazy and ridiculous. It's not that you need to manage it, it's that you need to be aware of it. You need to be so aware of your anger that you know exactly what your anger is. And quite frankly, what I've learned is that anger generally isn't, I don't think I've ever experienced true anger for the purpose of only anger. There's always something underneath of it. There's always something underneath it. And it's usually hurt, disappointment. Where did someone let you down? How did someone else hurt you? How did you hurt you? What did you do to let yourself down? Because that's usually where it's at. And so this isn't about how to manage our emotions. It's about being aware enough of them to identify them, to acknowledge them, and to validate that they exist and that that's really how we feel. And once we do that, the anger dissipates. It's not anger anymore because we recognize it's not, we know it's not. So that's my little spiel for the day. Because I've been aware all day that I could have easily gotten to the point of having an outburst today. Easily. With a combination of being tired, disappointed and hurt, and even a little bit hopeless. Like let's let me be honest. There's a little bit of that there. I know that that's not a truth. But it's that awareness. That's what I'm talking about, is being aware. That's where it's at when it comes to managing any emotion If you want to manage your emotions, it's just an awareness. It's just about becoming aware. And if you need to learn that awareness, you need to pop into my Facebook group and you need to check out guide number 1. Guides are what they're now referring to as what we've all called units forever. So in my Facebook group, what formerly was the unit section, Facebook now calls the guides. And in guide number 1 is my challenge, my adventure, because I don't like to think of it as hard. So we don't like to call it a challenge, but it's an adventure from outburst to peace. It's how I managed to go from being someone with very regular outbursts that scared my children, scared my animals, and put my husband on edge. On edge. That's to say it nicely. He still has, I PTSD'd my family. Like they all are traumatic. Okay, so I say it kind of jokingly, but this is a very serious topic. And it's not that I was ever violent towards them, but it's scary when somebody loses their shit on you over and over and over again. Especially when they're, an authority figure in your life. So my children, and my animals, there's the children and animals are supposed to be able to trust the people that are taking care of them. And when you can't be a calm and confident leader in those situations, they have no reason to trust you anymore. And so, yes, they were scared of me. And yes, my family still has some PTSD stuff. And so do I from my childhood. So, here we are. We're just trying to make it better. That's all we can do is just try and make it better and try and improve. And that's the goal for myself. That's the journey that I'm on. And so anyways, I share in my Facebook group 90 days of things that I have done over the last 5-7 years, something like that. So I can really help you speed up the process of getting to the point where you are very aware of your emotions and you can be a more balanced, calm, and confident person to be better in your relationships, to be better at everything you do, really, because it all comes down to how you relate to others. So anyways, I really am going to be done now. I'm going to jump on out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I hope you have a great evening. We'll talk later.